joining us from. Just really help us fill the poll. It's just to know where you're joining us from. You can fill in your country or the region you're joining from. And thank you. And also, it's time already. This is 4:30 UTC. So once again, welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on our first knowledge showcase of the year at the EduWiki Hub. And it's glad to see your faces again. I think the last time we met was last November. So it's nice to have everyone here, and Happy New Year. Even though January is almost ending, but Happy New Year. So while we are waiting for just a few minutes to get more people to join us, we can introduce ourselves in the chat. And if you're still seeing the poll, just kindly tell us where you're from. And yes, let's get to meet and connect with each other in the chat, or reconnect with others that you might not have heard of, from in the past few months. And let's just have a wiki relaxation few minutes for others to join us. Thank you. Okay. We're already seeing some introductions in the chat. We have Florencia from Spain. We have Ankit from OKI Team India. We have Obi Zilo from Nigeria. We have Mamiswa from Madagascar. And I'm really, really liking our pool of audience so far. We have people from several regions joining this call, and it's nice to meet you all. My name is Barakat Adegboye, and I'm the communications assistant at the EduWiki Hub, and I'll be moderating today's session. And it's nice to meet you all. Thank you for joining us. So we'll be starting the session now because we have a lot in store for everyone, and I'm sure we'll get more people to join us. So these are our contents, and this is our agenda for today. So we'll be having introduction, which we are currently doing. And if you're just joining us, you can just introduce yourself in the chat and just let us know where you're from. And if you're still seeing a poll on your screen that is asking you to tell us where you're from, just kindly fill the poll. You can tell us your country or your region. And we'll be having several icebreakers and presentations from different sharers in celebration of 25 years of Wikipedia. And that is the theme of today's knowledge showcase. We want to celebrate Wikipedia at 25. And then after our presentations and icebreaker, we'll be having questions and answers, we'll have closing remarks, and then we'll take group photographs. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Next slide. Thank you. So for this session, we have a few participation principles that would really, really like everyone to follow. So if you have any questions or any doubts, you can always ask questions. And to do so, you can just raise your hands or drop your questions in the chat. So please do not interrupt when any of the speakers are speaking. You can always raise your hands or drop a message in the chat. We also participate actively and openly. It's an open space, so we want everyone to contribute and to also participate in all of our activities. And we strive to become a supportive and respectful learning community. So we want to respect everyone and support everyone. So we do not we don't want any use of any foul languages or disrespectful words. So please let's respect each other. And then we listen with attention and respect. And finally, which is the most important, one of the most important one for today, is that today's knowledge showcase has interpretation support in French, Spanish, and Portuguese. So we encourage you, we are begging you to please um, choose any of the languages that you are very comfortable with, that you most understand. So you can select interpretation for French, Spanish, or Portuguese, and we'll briefly show you how to do that in the next slide or shortly before the presentation starts. Next slide. So before we go there, we just want you to see the lovely faces of our board members at the EduWiki Hub. And next slide. So these are also the faces of the team that is bringing today's knowledge showcase to you and to all the Wikimedia and education community. Next slide. So before this, we want you to use the interpretation support. So if you're joining now and you are most comfortable speaking either Spanish or French or Portuguese, on your screen, you should have a globe icon that looks like the world on your screen at the icons below. So you should have a globe icon there and just select it. So you see the different languages that we have. You can also click on, if you can't find it there, you can also click on the three buttons that says more on your screen. So when you click on that, you should find that globe there and you'll be able to select any language. And I'm saying this because we have these resources and we want you to use it. So if you can use it now at the beginning, it would be very nice. Thank you. So now to kickstart today's session fully, we'll be having a light, creative reflection from Ankit Kumar Verma, who wants to reflect on 25 years of open source and celebrate it with us. So it is a poem, and we would like to invite Ankit now to share this with us. So Ankit, if you're here, I'll be passing the mic to you in less than 5 minutes. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Barakat, for inviting me. Thank you, whole EduWiki team, for inviting me and giving this opportunity, first of all. And so let me start with the introduction. I am Ankit Kumar Verma. I am from India. So hi, everyone. I am from India. I work at Triple IT Hyderabad for this Wiki Club Tech project in India, and I'm leading a project called Wiki Club Tech. So basically, it's a project where we connect students with colleges and Wikimedia ecosystem. So it's a basically a technical project where we connect students with technical ecosystems of Wikipedia. We have done several projects like Road to Wiki program that we did last year, where we graduated few good students. Um, and we have got few good students who have merged few tasks on Fabricator and have significantly contributed to the ecosystem through various ways. We have around 7+ colleges in India, where we have our clubs, and we do a lot of events, a lot of open source activities, Wiki Club Tech activities, Wiki activities, on technical activities on those clubs. Recently, we celebrated Wikipedia's 25th birthday on 15th, on one of the club, and we are going to celebrate 6 more birthdays in 6 different colleges in India. So these are some good things that we are doing for Wikimedia ecosystem. And second, Jimmy, I got to know that Jimmy Wales came to India for Jaipur Literacy Festival in few days ago. So I asked one of my friend from Manipal University. So we also have a club in that college. So the whole club went and meet Jimmy Wales and offline too. It was really good to meet Jimmy Wales directly, the founder of Wikipedia. Cool, cool. Let me start with a small poem that we have created as Wiki Club Tech, that is dedicated to Wikipedia for 25 years, contributing to the open ecosystem, to helping us. If you remember, if you don't find a word in library, we move to Wikipedia. So that's all by old days. So this is a poem dedicated to Wikipedia for celebrating 25 years of open source. It says like 25 years of citation needed, but 25 years of code exceeded. Wiki Club Tech, yeah, we stand in the gap between human mind and the server map. We don't just edit, we deploy. We don't just read, we build the toy. Virtual box running hot on the drive, keeping the spirit of open source alive. From classroom in India to the global stage, we are writing the future, not just pages, scholarship born to patches review. A generation techies totally renewed. So happy birthday to the world's greatest book and cheers to the coders. Take a look closer. We are the engines, the pulse, and the spark. Wiki Club Tech leaving the mark. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that beautiful poem, Ankit. And it's such a nice and beautiful experience to hear your creative reflection and poem about Wikipedia. So thank you for that. And I think you can all agree with me that it's a very beautiful icebreaker that we've had to open this session. Thank you. So now we'll be moving on to our first presentation of today. And our first presentation of today is from Florencia Claes, who will be sharing with us the journey of InnovateWiki at Ray Juan Carlos University. So just a quick heads up to our speakers. Please let's speak slowly because we have interpretations in 3 different languages so that all interpreters can catch what we are saying and will be able to interpret them accurately. So for all of us, Florencia will be presenting in Spanish. And for those of us who do not speak Spanish, we already have a small picture here on the screen, on the slide here. So you can just locate this globe icon on the bottom of your screen. And when you locate it, you should be able to see the different languages. So you can, if you are an English speaker, you can just click on English. So you can listen to the English interpretation of Florencia's presentation. Thank you very much. And if you can't find it here, you can also click on the more icon just on the bottom of your screen as well, and you'll be able to locate this globe. Thank you very much. And I'll be handing over the mic to Florencia now to share a presentation with us in less than 15 minutes. So Florencia, thank you, and I'm passing over the mic to you.
Gracias a ustedes por todo el tiempo que me han dedicado.
Time that for all the attention you've given me. And well, I'm here to share with you my work for the past 7 years. And this is something that I'm very excited. I've been a Wikipedian since 2009, and ever since 2017, I've been a lecturer at the Rey Juan Carlos University in Spain. For the slides, could you please advance the? I'm going to tell you when the next slide is coming up. Okay. In 2017, I started as a mission lecturer, and I started with some activities with Wikipedia with journalist students. I realized that they would. I was repeating myself over and over semester by semester. So 2019, I started the Wiki Consultas, the Wiki Consult channel that I recently presented in Colombia. This is a YouTube channel that I'm very proud of. 2019, other lecturers also started using this channel because it features very short videos, a few minutes long, in how to create an account, how to dialogue, how to speak. In 2020, next slide, please. In 2020, do you know if I can? No, okay. 2020, the university where I work uh, uh, made a call for innovation in professor programs. So we presented with a group of other lecturers. We joined together and we presented EduWiki in 2020. We are there's 7 of us, up from 5, of which are working at the university. At the beginning, it was I was the only Wikipedian. The rest of them were first lecturers and then became Wikipedians. Each of us have different subjects within the communications degree at the university. Since there are specialists in documentary, photography, data validation, multimedia journalism. Every one of us started Wikipedia or joined Wikipedia it wasn't just because we all wanted to make articles. Just some of us wanted to join with our pictures, with correcting. So we were using my videos, the videos in my YouTube channel. Next slide, please. So we also have the opportunity to meet Wikimedia UK, and this book totally captured us. And we said we need to make something like that, but telling our story, because many times we found colleagues from other universities asking us for help, and they want to replicate what we did on their university. Why I said to our innovation group, they said it was okay. It was going to be a lot of work, but we started and we joined. So our first step, the next slide, please. Our first step was to look for more people. It was only 7 of us, and we needed who else did something like that. We started writing. We wrote every other professor every other lecturer that had ever asked about anyone who has ever published anything. No, anything about Wikipedia. Could you please return to the slide, please? Sorry. Okay. We were looking for people who need
Sorry to interrupt you, please, Andy. I can hear both English and Spanish at the same time, so I'm really confused. Hello?
Yes, we're making it.
Okay.
Yes, you should be able to. Okay, we should make sure maybe it's clear. Could we return
sorry.
the earlier slide?
Yeah, I think you can only mute the original audio from your end. So when you click on the, if you're listening in English, you click on the English, it should bring an option. The last option there should be mute original audio.
So we as I mentioned, we were looking for people with similar projects. We met in June in Madrid, which is in the center of Spain, which makes it easier for everyone. Not everyone was able to join, but there were 15 people meeting with us in person, and other 6 who sent audio. We didn't want to make video calls. We wanted audio capsules to actually listen, and very good. I'm going to tell you how. Next slide, please. The idea is we worked little by little during 2.5 months. We met with Wikimedia UK, with the 2 people, the both main authors of the book, and we asked them, well, what was their experience? They told us it was really hard regarding pictures, and that's when it's going to be very, very interesting for us to join in person to take pictures and to actually shoot film together. So we, we had to find someone who would film us without we had no money. So April and May we looked for other people who were like-minded people. During June we prepared everything. My university gave us some space. Every person had to actually pay for their own transport. It was relatively close to everyone. People could come here and return on the same day. During the actual meeting that lasted 5 hours, we said, okay, can we make a book not to the UK? And if so, we also wanted every participant to film themselves telling us what they were doing with Wikipedia in their own classroom. So we met with the person who actually filmed us. During our free time, we edited together the video. We wrote the book. Could we go to the next slide, please? So when we got together, we showed images from Wikimedia UK page with the actual blocks of text that we wanted everyone to or every group to speak about. We wanted them to explain what their projects were about, how hard it was in wiki terms, which is a very important matter because there's people who have never touched Wikipedia. And so for instance, we wanted examples that would be adopted by people from all levels of experience. We set a general book, and we made a compromise and said that in 3 weeks we will have our own text together. It was only 1.5 pages of answering this question of what we did, how many people, and how hard it was. So that it was quick. Next slide, please. It was very useful for us because we were able to tell our difficulties, what was difficult for us, but also what were our successes. It was very good for in the next room next to us, it was my ex-husband filming us. And one of the other lecturers was our interviewer, and then we edited together the whole video. There was a few audio issues, but we managed to solve them. Next slide, please. So we finished up the videos and we put them to. Then we exported these videos to Wikimedia. our main idea is that when the book is finished, and use either the book and or the video as joint materials. Next slide, please. Let's in that video. Some people are filmed twice because they are talking about different experiences, and we wanted to talk about all experiences. So we want to see part of one video. Next slide, please. Can we click on the play? Yes. And we're not listening to audio.
No.
Soy Florencia Claes e imparto comunicación y periodismo multimedia en la Universidad Rey Juan Carlos.
Y yo soy Pepe Madariaga, soy profesor de periodismo multimedia, también en la Rey Juan Carlos.
Pepe y yo nos embarcamos en el desafío de hacer un curso de formación para nuestros compañeros docentes para explicarles cómo podrían utilizar Wikipedia en el aula como una herramienta de innovación.
Y así se llamaba el taller, se llama Wikipedia en el aula. Al que ya ha habido 2 ediciones, 40 profesores y profesoras que han podido encontrar claves muy valiosas y muy interesantes para poder incorporar
how to incorporate Wikipedia into
Esta formación estaba enmarcada dentro de las actividades de la unidad.
We can stop now. Thank you. That was these are very short videos in general. This is just a 5-minute video. The ones with only one person are even only 3 minutes. The idea is that this video can be distributed with or without people. So next slide, please. The book, as you can see, is still under construction, still being built. But this is a rough draft of how it will look. This is one of the professors that still doesn't know a lot about Wikipedia, might know about Wikipedia, but has to delete it, using Wikipedia Commons to explain a free license, open license. Something that can be easily replicated. Here at the right, in orange column, okay, what's the estimated time for the lecturer and estimated time for the student? So we can get an idea of how easy it will be to adopt. So this is similar to Wikimedia UK. Next slide. Example, another lecturer used Wikimedia Commons, but they're asking their students to replicate special or photos from pictures, from movie pictures. So you're seeing the photo about Star Trek, the movie, and the one below is an actual a modern photo. So this is good for the students to learn actual picturing photography, and it also similarly we take the time for the professor, for the student, and all of these texts that we are speaking of their experiences. We see how the activity is being carried out. Next slide, please. So, our next step is first of all to actually finish the book, to distribute it. We want to talk about it in wiki spaces, conferences maybe. Right now we are also documenting that process. So we can mention, we can give away the templates, the book templates, so they can be used again. We are also joining together a network. We are joining also people from Latin America, and we want to grow this network together. Please. So That was pretty much all that I want to mention. But I will be here available for questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Florencia, for that beautiful presentation. And it's really, really great and nice to hear about the beautiful work that you've been doing at EduWiki. Thank you. So if you all have questions, we'll still get to the question session. So, but before we move on with the presentation, I would like to invite Obi Zelu from Nigeria. She also has a creative and brief reflection to share with us today to celebrate Wikipedia at 25. So Obi, I will be passing the mic to you now to share this with us in less than 5 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Happy to be in your midst and happy to participate in this great occasion. So without wasting time, mine is really a short poem to celebrate Wikipedia at 25. And it goes like this. You started out as a small idea and grew into the loudest whisper of knowledge in the entire planet. The internet wasn't the only thing you changed. You altered your education path. What I mean by education path is your education path is that it became all inclusive, irrespective of who you are or where you are. You turned into an open, unfinished living school before platforms, subscriptions, and polished dashboards. For me, you were a doorway. You showed me how to learn on my own when there was few textbooks and a lot of interest. By teaching me how to ask questions, not by providing answers. Today, I see the same spark in my students. I have seen students connect concepts across cultural boundaries, find voices that are absent from the test, and come to understand that learning starts with participation rather than memorization. Wikipedia has become more than a reference in our classroom. It is a training ground for critical thinking, digital literacy, and intellectual responsibility. My success story began with learning from Wikipedia. My students' stories are unfolding as they learn with it. At 25, you stand as proof that education works best when learners are trusted, curiosity is honored, and knowledge is shared freely. Happy birthday to Classroom with No Walls. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much for that beautiful and well-written short poem to pay birthday greetings to Wikipedia 25. Thank you, thank you. So we'll be moving on to the next poem as well. So yes, we are here to celebrate. So we want a lot of people to share their thoughts about Wikipedia and everything. And that is why we have a lot of poems. So, and this poem is a folk art documentation poem by Santosh Natagar from India. So Santosh, I will be passing the mic to you now to share this poem with us, and let's celebrate together.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, all the members of EduWiki team. So I'm Santosh Natagar. I'm working as a professor in St. Aloysius University in Bangalore, India. I'm actually an animation and multimedia professor, but I'm from last 5 years, I'm working as a president of
Wikipedia. Santosh, if you're speaking, I'm not sure I can hear you, but maybe it's just from my end.
Yeah, I can hear him very nice.
I can hear him as well. So
Okay, sorry
I
about
can't
that.
hear him. I'm not hearing him.
Can I continue?
Yes, please. Can you?
I'm sorry.
Yes, please, you can. Barakat, maybe try to reconnect back.
Okay. So let me continue. So we have a Wikipedia Association, Students Association. I'm working as the president of that association. We teach Wikipedia, Wikidata, Wikisource, Wikiquote, and Commons Wikimedia for the students of that association. And based on their contribution, we give them assessment marks at the end of the semester. So that reflect on their marks card. That's how it works in our university. And this poem I wrote on what we did a project recently in the North Karnataka. We did a documentation of folk arts. So on behalf of that, I just wrote my experience. That's what I felt, because the current situation in India, many folk arts are vanishing because of the migration and many things. So I thought we have to preserve them in the Commons Wikimedia for the future generation. So many in India, many folk arts are just vanishing like anything. We can call it as a development. One side it is vanishing. So I thought I have to preserve it. So this is for this one, Dollu Kunita and Chaud Kipada especially. So let me say what is Dollu Kunita. Dollu means the drums and Kunita means dance in Kannada. So Dollu Kunita is a vibrant, energetic, and popular folk dance from Karnataka in India. So it is known for the powerful drumming, synchronized movements, and performance by nearly 10 to 15 members, typically from Kuruba community. The dance is deeply rooted in the rituals and traditions of the community and is often associated with the worship of Lord Shiva. So that's how it was. And also Chaudki Pada. Chaudki is an instrument and Pada means word in Kannada. So Chaudki Pada refers a type of a folk song in Karnataka, often associated with the worship of Shakti deities and performed by using Chaudki instrument. So let me read the poem. When the drums remembers, in a quiet villages where the road turns to dust, stories do not live in books alone. They beat on drums, they rise in voices, they move through feet that remember the past. A rhythm called Dollukunita does more than a perform. It carries a history in every strike. A song like Chaudki Pada is not just a sung, it is passed from breath to breath, from one generation to the next. These arts were never meant to fade. They were meant to travel from village squares to shared knowledge, from memory to Wikimedia. When we document folk arts, we do more than record sound and movement. We protect identity, we honor community, we ensure that tradition does not disappear into silence. Wikipedia does not just store facts, it holds voices, it holds culture, it holds the living heritage of people who deserve to be seen and heard. So when the drums beats online and the songs finds a new listener, the past continues, not forgotten but shared. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
just
you
share
so
the
much.
link of that my project. This one, the videos are yet to be published. It's in the post production process, but I have created the images and the report, so maybe it will help you to read out. I'll just paste in the chat box. If anyone is interested, you can just open it. Okay, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us and for being here today, Santosh, and also for sharing with us a beautiful poem about the work that you do. And with that, we'll be moving on to our second presentation of the day. And this presentation is to talk about how Wikipedia has empowered Malagasy's identity. The sharer for that is Mami Soa from Madagascar. And I will be passing the mic to her now to share with us this beautiful reflection in less than 15 minutes. Mamiswa, I will be handing over the mic to you now. And again, please let's speak slowly because we have interpretations going on. So our interpreters can capture what we're saying accurately and will be able to present them. Also, if you're just joining, we have interpretations to English, to French, Spanish, and Portuguese. So you can select any of the languages that you understand the best. Thank you. I'm sorry, Mamisa. Handing over the mic to you.
No problem. Okay, thank you. Good day, everyone, and happy birthday, Wikipedia. My name is Mamsoura Felortine, and I'm from Madagascar. I am known in the Wikimedia community as Mamisu17. It's an honor to be here as we celebrate 25 years of free knowledge. Today, I'd like to share a reflection from Madagascar. Next slide, please. Slides. So, okay. Do you have a slide, please? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see my screen. I can see you. But the slide, do you have a slide, please?
Yeah, like currently on your slide. Can you see it from your end?
Yes, okay. So let me start by showing what this looks like in Madagascar. Okay, well, let me first see the slides. Okay, I can see now. Thank you. Let me now start what this looks like in Madagascar. Children grow up learning in Malagasy language, our official language. It is how we think, feel, and understand the world. But when students move into higher education, suddenly most academic knowledge is in French, but not in our own language. Next slide, please. So while Malagasy thrives online, it faces challenges online because there are very few academic resources in Malagasy, which leads students to believe their language does not belong on the internet. The knowledge exists, but it's not visible in digital spaces because in Madagascar also, internet cost is very expensive. So this is next slide, please. So this is where Wikipedia can make a real difference. When students use Wikipedia, they are not just reading, they are learning how knowledge is built. When they read it, they become part of the world's knowledge system. Language should never be a barrier. It should be a bridge. Next slide, please. I'm sorry. Yeah, it should be a bridge. When students can study science, history, and culture in Malagasy, they understand better and feel included in education. And it's not about reading or studying, it's about creating. Our goal is not just to create articles, but to create knowledge creators. Through editing campaigns, students move from passive consumers to active participants. Next slide. So for the program Pillar 2, language should never be a barrier, I think. Yes. And it's not just about from reader. Editing on Wikipedia also helps change perceptions about our language. Many students believe Malagasy is not modern or academic. When facing their language published and read globally, they feel proud and that pride fuels learning. Next slide, please. Okay. Next, I think I've already talked about this one. Okay, so a great example of this impact is Wiki10. Across Wikimedia projects and educational activities, learners move from readers to contributors. Wiki10 clearly illustrates this shift, showing how people can confidently create knowledge in Malagasy. It was a workshop organized by Wikimedia and Global Voices. And during the workshop, students, bloggers, journalists, and teachers among participants from across Madagascar created and enriched 250 articles. What matters most is not the platform itself, but the change in mindset, realizing that our language and our knowledge belong online thanks to Wikipedia. Next slide, please. Because true education is about valuing who we are. When students write in Malagasy, they are saying my history matters, my language matters. And it's not just about today, it's about the future of Madagascar and other countries. When Malagasy exists on Wikipedia, Madagascar exists in the future. Next slide, please. Next. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. So now Wikipedia is 25 years old, but the work is not finished. Every new language added makes the world more equal. Supporting Wikipedia today helps preserve and grow knowledge for future generations. When Malagasy knowledge is online, Madagascar takes its place in the world. Our stories, science, culture, and education can be shared and recognized globally. Next slide, please. So that's why supporting language diversity, empowering all contributors, editors, and backing Wikimedia is so important. By doing this, we can assure knowledge is accessible to everyone, everywhere. Next slide, I think. Yeah, next. I've already said that we need to support Wikipedia and open knowledge. So together we can make sure that every language, including Malagasy, has a place in the world's knowledge. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that presentation. Yeah, the beautiful work Wikipedia, you've used Wikipedia for in the Malagasy community. So now we'll be wrapping up all of our presentations and our previous reflections with a final reflection from Adjoa Linda Fletcher, who will be talking to us about Wiki Explorers. So Linda, I will be passing the mic to you now if you're here.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What I did was I started something called Wiki Explorers. I started writing children's stories to educate young people for future Wikipedians. So I create children's stories because I've been a Wikipedian for 10 years, so it's a way of sharing my experience. So let me see if I can open up can you see this? Can you see my presentation? I don't think so. You can't see it, right?
We can see it.
Yes, yes.
You can't see the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
It says presentation outline. Can you see that?
Oh, are you presenting,
You're
Linda?
sharing the blog spot.
Okay, I thought I could share my blog spot. But anyway, what I can do is I will read it. Okay, I will read an opening. And I was going to show an example. I did as a case study. And I do this like every other day. I'm writing children's stories from my experiences. I'm getting ideas. And one of the main things I've heard a lot of other people on this Zoom talk about it. It's the let me see if I can get this to read more. Wiki Explorers, the future of knowledge, nurturing the next generation of researchers and digital citizens. The challenge. We live in an instant culture. Digital platforms are designed for quick swipes and surface level engagement. For Wikipedia, a global resource built on deep reading, meticulous research, and patient verification. This cultural shift represents a significant threat. We are losing the habit of deep dive because I've always been a reader, like all my life, even as a little kid. So that's something that I've always done. And I find it difficult at times to get people involved in Wikipedia if they're not really readers. So I think for me, the solution is to start early. And because, a lot of the adults have lost the habit of deep reading. And I find even people with BA degrees, master's degrees, they don't like to read either. So that's why I created the Wiki Explorers. And I have a lot of fun doing it. So far, I think I've read maybe over 30 children's stories. I'm going to compile them into one reader. So, and I even have the Wiki Explorers go on trips where they have assignments and they have a club and they add content to existing Wikipedia articles. So I'm making learning fun. And I think the one that you saw was the story of Mia and the magic of the Mississippi. That was one of the early ones that I did. And it's about a young girl, and she's starting the process of looking for information. So I don't know if you can see this on the screen. The story, Mia and the Magic of the Mississippi. Well, this actually comes out of my childhood because the Mississippi River was a very, very big event. And the river caused a lot of flooding because people nowadays, they talk about climate change and flooding. But I grew up and we understood the Mississippi River and the floods that were caused by the Mississippi River. So that was part of my childhood growing up. So I wrote a story about it called Mia and the Magic of the Mississippi. And she goes on, I'll read some of this so you get some ideas, but I'm going to put all of this into the chat so that I have like 4 pieces to this presentation, but I don't have that much time, but you'll be able to read on your own and see what I've done. And if you want to know more stories, I have more stories on it. And one that I did recently as a challenge to Wiki Explorers was there was a man named Fred Parr, and he is missing in Wikipedia, and he was very influential during World War II in bringing shipbuilding to the San Francisco Bay Area in Richmond, California. And some of the other people he worked with, they're there. He helped to build suburban communities. And I actually grew up in one of the suburban communities that started in 1949. And he still doesn't have a Wikipedia article. So I created an assignment for Wikipedians to look for information, to gather information, to talk about information. And with Wiki Explorers, they are not learning separately. They're learning as a group. And I have over 20, 30 stories. I can share this with anybody. But with Mia and the Magic of the Mississippi, she actually travels in time. You can do so much with storytelling. And she actually meets Mark Twain in a dream. So she learns a lot about through gathering information as a wiki explorer, she is learning about what life was like in the United States. She learns about the Mississippi River, and she learns about Mark Twain. And when I was growing up, Mark Twain was very much a part of our education. I don't know about today, but the Mississippi River, Mark Twain, all that was so much a part of our education. So now that was the adventure and the lesson. She discovers that facts are stories and history is a living landscape. The outcome. Mia moves from being a passive consumer to an active contributor eager to share and document her findings. And these are core Wikipedia values. And as Wiki Explorers isn't just a book series, for me, it's helping to create and to build a mindset, a Wikipedian mindset in young learners. Because I was reading James Baldwin at 13 years old, so I've always been a reader, but I see that younger generations doesn't exist. Okay, so one of the things she learns in the process of gathering information, looking at information, communicating with other wiki explorers is the joy of the search. And I think as a Wikipedian, that's the most, because I'm basically an editor, and to me, that's the most amazing thing. And I've had 17 years of research. Before I was a Wikipedian for 10 years, I did genealogy research for 7 years. So I have like 17 years of doing this type of work. And information, and then it's about information literacy, teaching children to compare sources. And I do that in my children books. Look for context and value accuracy. Because one of the things that a Wikipedia do, we'll read about 10, 12 articles. We'll just read until we get exhausted. We go to YouTube, we go everywhere, and we compare information for accuracy. So that's very important. So it's actually training children to be training children about cultural stewardship. And the pipeline is preparing, let me move this up a little bit. You can't see my screen anyway, but anyway, preparing a new generation to become responsible, skilled contributors to the global body of knowledge, why it matters.
Linda, sorry to cut
Can
you
I just
off.
have one more paragraph and short, and I am finished.
Okay, just a short one, and then we have also the discussions. So if someone wants to get in more depth, we can do it there.
Why it matters, just short sentence. The future of the Wikimedia movement and the future of truth itself depends on a culture that values discovery. By engaging children when their minds are most open, we ensure that the values of neutrality, veritability, and open sharing becomes a lifelong habit. So that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So thank you so much to all our presenters and everyone following us tonight for your insightful presentations, to everyone joining us and following along. Thank you, Ankit. Gracias, Florencia. Thank you, Obi, Santos, Mamsoa, and Linda as well. We will now move into the questions and answers, or like a discussion session. This is a space for you to ask questions, share maybe a reflection or something that was in your mind throughout these presentations. So feel free to unmute your microphone if you have any question, or if you want to share it through the chat, and we'll help bring it up into discussion. So who would like to start? Please feel free just to Sutyash.
Hello, everyone. First of all, congratulations to all of us for this 25th celebration of Wikipedia. So, like last week, last 10 days was really very wonderful for all of us, because on we and two more Wikipedians celebrated 15th on 15th of January, the 25th Wikipedia anniversary with Jimmy Wells. So that was fantastic. On the very same day, On Wikipedia birthday, we celebrated Wikipedia's birthday with Jimmy. This is one of the, this is one of the customized magnet we have created for to celebrate this. Another great achievement, like we were fortunate enough to witness and hear, and not only hear, but also have a chat with the two Nobel Prize winners. Uh, One is Kailash Satyarthi, and another, I'm sorry, I just forgot the name of the lady. And yeah, so that was a really very, very great achievement. It was a Jaipur Literature Festival is a gathering of all renowned authors of different books, not only from India, from across the world. So that was a very great, uh, experience on the occasion of 25th birthday. Congratulations all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And congratulations to everyone. We have a lot of achievements, a lot of anniversaries, and we've done some great work, and we have so much ahead as well. If anyone else wants to open their mic, say something, a discussion, any updates throughout the education programs they're doing. If not, we also have a few of updates that we would like to share with you. I'm just sharing the languages in the chat for anyone who wants to easily read them. So starting off with the EduWiki newsletter submission. They're open until January 26th, and we would love to see a reflection or an event, project, or an experience connecting to the Wikimedia and education. So please feel free to submit news submission. We also have Chalks, Clicks, and Cultural Memory, a wiki in-story on January 29th, which is an online conversation on how education, Wikipedia, and the Commons support cultural knowledge sharing, which you can register in the link that I just shared. I will be sharing also the French, Spanish, and Portuguese in a bit. And we also have our next EduWiki workshop 2026, which is tips and tricks on the PE dashboard, which is February 11th. So you can join us to learn tips and useful tricks for using the program and events dashboard more effectively in your educational activities and pillars. So you also can find the link to register and read more about the workshop as well. In the meantime, okay, Florencia, yes, you can speak.
I put myself in Spanish. It's okay. Me puse en español. ¿Está bien? Vale. Solo un comentario. Estaría bien hacer un solo correo que incluya todos los idiomas o enviar los correos por idioma, porque yo al menos recibo 3 correos todo el tiempo. ¿Se entiende?
In the newsletter, she means, right? Because I just had it.
No, al boletín no, a los correos que han enviado estos días. Que soy muy feliz de que los envíen en español los correos, pero son muchos. Mail.
Over to you, Rita. Yeah.
Thank you. So we have a few shares in the comments. So we have a wonderful picture that Suyar just shared. I think it's from the event that he was mentioning before. If anyone didn't see it, it's in the comment section, meeting chat. And then also Linda just shared one of her blogs as well. And I feel like if any of the presenters want to share their email or their telegrams, so if someone is interested, they can contact them, even though it was throughout the presentation as well. But if anyone wants someone's contact, please feel free to ask for it in the chat, and we can share it with you as well. Let me just look if anyone has their hands raised or wants to. Okay, we have a few other shares that you can see are links to the meta pages of the event that I mentioned before, as well as of the event of the Celebrating Wikipedia that Santos just shared. And then we have the EduWiki as well link, and also the emails of the presenters if anyone wants to reach out to them. And Teresa wants if we can go to the third pillar from the presentation if possible. I can share the link of the presentation if you need it. Just give me a minute. Okay. I believe it's open so you can view it and you can see the third pillar. Also, we have Barakat that wants to talk. I feel like
Yes. I just wanted to quickly mention that we now have a LinkedIn page too. So we are encouraging you to follow us. We'll be dropping the link in the chat now. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, also feel free to follow us on LinkedIn, where we also post about the workshops and every other event that we're hosting as well. So you can stay updated with the news. And we have a few other links to different pages. I feel like on Wikisla coders who use Raspberry Pi in Wikitech as well in the chat if anyone is interested in that. And also, I think we have a design for the 25th birthday of Wikipedia. And also a picture from celebrating it. Okay, if we don't, okay, Bukla, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump in to say that to appreciate everyone for joining today's session. Thank you so much for joining the showcase. It was nice seeing like diverse audience. And I want to really appreciate our interpreters. For the first time, we are having the French, the Spanish, the Portuguese. I know at some points we had some tech issues, but I'm so happy that we could bring this to life. And this is this cannot be possible without collective effort. So thank you everyone for joining this call. I love that we had a diverse speakers from different parts of the wiki ecosystem. And I'm so happy that we have a lot of presenters sharing about the work that they are doing within the education space that relates to Wikimedia and to Wikipedia and its sisters projects. So I just want to send out my shout outs, a very big shout out to everyone. I know it's very late night in some places, but you still made out time to attend this session. So thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you in all of our subsequent events, including the workshop. Trust me, you don't want to miss the workshop. We have the tips and trick for working on the programs and event dashboard, and you know how that can be very difficult for a lot of people to track impacts, to track metrics for their programs and events. So you don't want to miss the tips and tricks on the outreach dashboard that would be facilitated by Liana, and would also have Sage will be joining the call. So trust me, if you have all of your questions will be clarified during this workshop, so you don't want to miss it. So it's not as if I'm sugarcoating, but trust me, you don't want to miss tips and tricks. I've attended one in Belgrade when we had the EduWiki conference, and I learned a lot of things, right? And with this, I just want to say thank you so much, and I'll pass the mic back to Rita to close us out for today's showcase. I do hope you find the sessions useful for your work, and will continue to collaborate outside of the Zoom space until next event. Thank you.
Okay, I try to thank everyone in all the languages that we have been also interpreted in. And before we all go, we would love if everyone who feels comfortable opens their camera and we can have a quick picture so we can share this memory. And perfect. I would like if everyone can hold on a minute, because it's a lot of us. We're very thankful. So I'm going to need to like swipe and take 2 pictures. So it's going to be in 1, 2, 3. And I need another one for the slide. Thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Stop.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.